Hi, hello, and vanakkam makkale. I'm very glad to welcome you all back for Mari's Kitchen D for Life's YouTube video. I am back with a unique recipe with capsicum, which is an evening snack made with some other veggies. Here are the ingredients which are required to do this food experiment. Actually, I have done this experiment and got success, so only I'm sharing it to you. I won't trouble you with failures. Mostly all the ingredients mentioned here will be available in your home already, but if some ingredients like amchur powder is not there, it's not a problem, you can omit this. And this is the first process of cutting the capsicum. It has to be cut into two, like a bowl shape, so only I have kept this name as a capsicum masala bowl. And while cutting this portion of the seeds, you have to be very careful, it may damage the capsicum bowl itself. So after cutting it, you have to wash the capsicum and keep it aside. And the next process we are going to do is making ready the toppings for this capsicum bowl. For that, keep the pan on the stove and add some butter to it, let it melt, and after that add some corn kernels to it. Actually, it is not boiled, it's just directly stripped from the cob. And you just add some salt and pepper to this as per your requirement, and saute it well for some time. Keep the stove in low flame and mix it well. Once the pepper and salt mixes well, you just close the lid for 1 or 2 minutes. And after that, here is the corn topping, it's ready. Keep it aside and keep the same pan on the stove and add some butter again. We are going to make another topping with mushrooms. After adding all the mushrooms to the pan, add some salt and pepper as like corn fry, and mix it very well. The only difference is the mushroom will release some water content from itself. For that, you have to close the lid and cook it for some time. Once the water content get released, it has to get dry also to get the mushroom cooked well. And yes, here's mushroom fry topping got ready. Keep it aside and keep the same pan again and add some butter. And this time we are going to add one more element called olive oil to additional taste. If it is not available, you can avoid it. And after this oil and butter get heated, add some cumin seeds and add the chopped green chilies and add the finely chopped ginger and garlic. Mix it very well. Once it gets mixed, add the onions which is finely chopped and mix it very well. Add a little bit of salt to fry the onion so that it will give some good color. After adding the salt, mix it well for some time. After that, add a teaspoon of turmeric powder and add a little amount of cumin seeds powder and a little garam masala. Then add a teaspoon of chili flakes to it. Then add a tablespoon of coriander powder to it. Then add a half teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder for the color and spiciness. Then mix it very well after adding all the spices. Then add a grated or a finely chopped carrot into it. It is an optional one. You can also add other vegetables if available, like cabbage, beans and all. Add some water and add the salt as required for this veggie mixture. After that, just close the lid and cook it for around 5 minutes so that the masalas will mix with the veggies well. Now add half a teaspoon of amchur powder to it. It is an optional one, but it gives a very good tangy taste to this mixture. And now it's the time to add the boiled potatoes into this mixture. You just mash with your hands, or you can use the masher or whatever equipment you need. And it is not to be mashed very finely, so that some of the potato pieces will come to bite as well during eating this capsicum bowl. Then close the lid for some time and cook it very well, and after that add some finely chopped coriander leaves, and finally squeeze some lemon juice into it. It will give a enhancing taste to this mixture. After that, take a small bowl and add 1 or 2 teaspoons of corn flour and mix it with the water with this flowing consistency without any lumps. Mix it very well. Then add a teaspoon of pepper and a few pinch of salt into this mixture and mix it very well. Once after mixing it, keep the breadcrumbs ready with you. And yes, we are going to do the stuffing process. The masala which we made with the veggies has to be stuffed inside the capsicum tightly as possible, because once we turn it upside down, it will not, make sure that it not falls down. Yes, after stuffing it tightly, you just dip into the cornflour mixture and just press it gently on the breadcrumbs. Like this, all the capsicum pieces has been stuffed ready and made it as a bowl. Yeah, now it's time to fry this. Keep the pan on the stove and let it heat. After that, add some butter. You can feel that you can see some more butter is added to this recipe from the beginning, and yes, it is the one of the taste enhancing element for this recipe which I have tried out. You can also use the regular oil to try, but I'm not sure with the taste of it. Now after adding the capsicum pieces to the pan, just close the lid and cook for some time, and after 2 or 3 minutes you just turn this capsicum upside down so that the breadcrumbs layer has been formed as a lid of this capsicum bowl. It turned as a crispy layer for this capsicum bowl, and then add some cheese to the breadcrumbs layer and close it for some time so that the cheese gets heat and melted. Then spread it with the help of a spoon so that it can be covered all the sides of the breadcrumb. It's going to act as a gripping element for the toppings like corn and mushrooms. Parallelly, you have to try some gymnastics with this capsicum to cook all the sides of capsicum on the pan. So it takes around 10 minutes to cook it very well, and after that we are going to add the toppings like chili flakes at first and add some mixed herbs to it. It will be giving enhancing a new unique taste to this recipe. And with the heat of this cheese, we are going to add the corn toppings to it, and we are going to press it gently with a spoon so that it can be sticked very well. And after this, we are going to add the fried mushrooms also as the topping. It is completely optional. You can try some other veggies also like paneer or something. And after adding all these ingredients, it's almost ready. And now we are going to transfer it to the plate to eat. So it's a little bit tricky process while cooking this capsicum on the pan. The stuffing which we stuffed inside should not be fell down during cooking. And yes, the delicious spicy capsicum masala bowl is ready to eat. And now you can see the bisectional view of this recipe, the crunchy outer layer of capsicum and the topping which is crispy made of breadcrumbs, and inside the soft masala layer is there. Yes, stop jollutifying and try yourself at your home with the help of dforlife. Thank you. அது அப்படியே எடுத்து கடிச்சு சாப்பிட்டு பாரு.
Yummy, yummy. Yum, yum. Super.
Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with another delicious recipe. Until then, this is Mari Dinesh signing off from D for Life.